Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head. We got the Plastic Cup Boyz in the building right now, man. Spank Horton, to my right, Spank Horton. Good? We got Joy Wells.
Hello.
LYNN'im, Lynn, what's going on, man?
Yo, what up?
Fellas, how y'all living, man? Laughing My Mask Off out right now on Netflix. Man, now the special itself was recorded during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, was this something that was already in the works?
It's recorded now. We still in the pandemic.
that is fact. Was this like something that was already planned the way that it went like that? Was it work in the works like that, or was it something like, okay, we're gonna do something like this to after the fact?
Man, this special actually started. This special actually started in like 2018.
I thought it was 19. 19.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, 19. We actually shot one 2019.
Where's that one at?
Yeah, in the can.
I still got mine. I still got mine. Yeah, there's unreleased footage. Some of the material is the same, but I had some stuff that I couldn't do in the new special because it's dated, and also just the time that we live in. You just can't say certain
Sensitivity?
things. Yeah, but it was funny though.
What was some of the subject matter that you?
If I just told you, I can't talk about it.
They can try to get a peek.
I told
We
you.
do this. You try to get me in trouble that quick.
He was talking about heterosexual pride. That's what he was talking about.
So that had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, no.
That was a shot right there.
What? Just.
I told y'all I was gonna get crazy messing with him. I told y'all that.
Can we curse?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you good.
Now, for those that haven't seen it as of right now, it's 3 different specials that's going on. So you guys recorded separately, individually, obviously, different settings, different backgrounds, and all that. And
No, same show,
Okay.
but we just changed the production on lighting and stuff like that. It was the same show, back to back to back, basically.
See, when we do our radio show, we have guests on. We do our research.
No.
Bring them on. This dude clearly has not watched.
He hasn't watched the special.
No,
right?
I'm-
He did. You
I'm
know
a-
it's the same stage.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front.
Oh yeah.
I started. I fell asleep.
Damn.
Fuck with y'all.
Damn.
I fell asleep.
My
And
shit
Jo-
last.
Joey was the first one. Joey was the first one.
Joey,
Let's go.
I'm just saying.
First of all, he a lie. He a goddamn lie. I would say damn, but
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
There was no.
asleep, bro. It's all right. No, I'm okay with that.
To your credit though, it was a reason why I fell asleep. My son been sick lately, so I was up all day with him and all that shit. But I did knock out. I'm not gonna lie.
No, if you knocked out, don't make no excuse. Don't put it on your son. You
No.
just-
No. I definitely read a comment that said I had the best sleep of my life watching the Plastic Cup Boyz special. I said, damn, who was he watching?
But which one?
Yeah,
It
which
wasn't
one?
mine. It wasn't two. It only wasn't two.
Right, I'm good.
But I mean, production, like you said, production could be rearranged. It could have been the same stage, different dates. Who knows? That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's
So
true,
the reason
too.
why I was
That's
just
true.
asking, just making sure. So 3 different specials. You guys do a half hour each. Now, but the reason why I asked about the pandemic part is because a lot of times, like this is like the healing process for a lot of people, and you guys doing it during the pandemic when a lot of times comedians couldn't really get on stage.
Yeah.
In a lot of places, you guys were in the thick of it in Georgia, where outside was still
Man,
open. You know
y'all
what I'm
ready
saying?
for that?
Yeah,
Georgia different.
yeah, it
That
is.
shit over
It
there.
is.
But
Georgia, Florida, and Texas.
Oh yeah, and Phoenix.
Even though outside was still open over there, did you get a sense of like knowing like, okay, this was the comedic relief, like healing for people? Like, yeah, this is a good time to kind of like be on stage, and not be on stage, but like see people out there doing their thing, like a healing process for a lot of people.
Well, we never really stopped performing. I mean, the amount of shows that we did slowed down. I think we only did 4 dates last year. And then this year we kind of were off to a nice start prior to us filming. And it wasn't really about, it was just about us finding the right location that would allow enough people for us to shoot.
Okay.
Because like Joey said, I mean, we did this, we started in 2019, and we were supposed to reshoot in September 2019, but then Little Man got into an accident, and then we had to wait. He said, just wait till the end of the year, and then we'll do it, and that kept going. It kept going on and on and on. And then the reason why we didn't shoot before pandemic is because Joey.
Sure.
It was Joey's
Oh,
fault.
the schedule wise.
No, it was Joey's fault. It was just his fault. It was
No.
You just point the finger at him. all
His
the time.
mom had passed away.
Oh, okay,
His mom
gotcha.
passed
My
away.
mom passed in 19. So they
Yeah,
shot the
it wasn't
original
that.
one that I wasn't a part of. That they had to cancel that because I wasn't part of it.
Got it.
That's why.
No,
No.
it
The production was terrible. That's why we canceled. Production was terrible.
Which one is it? Because I just felt like he just brought up his mom, and then now you shooting shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
The production was terrible. That's why I was in the can, the first one.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with
production
jokes.
is terrible.
Yeah,
It
production was terrible.
It wasn't the jokes.
It wasn't the jokes. Jokes was cool.
Okay.
Jokes was cool.
That being said, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I wasn't talking about his mom. Talking about when we could have shot in February on Valentine's Day. Remember before pandemic?
Oh, yeah.
Joey said no.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You did say
no,
that.
Wait, why you say no?
Just
Wait, the
own
reason
it.
no. Wait, why did I say no?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh no,
He wasn't ready.
You want to?
that's true. I wasn't.
Why weren't you ready?
Well,
What
okay,
was
I don't tour my guys,
the, okay,
so I hadn't had enough stage time. So I was like, let me get enough.
got you.
And then that's what we agreed
But then
upon.
I-
But you
And it's
wouldn't
gonna
you rather
happen.
him do that than to get out there and fumble the fumble?
You said it's 3 separate ones, right?
They gonna fuck my shit up.
If somebody go to sleep on his shit again, that's on him.
All right,
I had the best sleep of my life.
I take that.
Now, okay, so look, this is what I want to know. When y'all are shooting these things, because obviously I've been to tapings before, but not on that scale as far as like it's a huge production, right? Do you guys, are there takes? Like, is it like, oh, I fucked that up, let's redo that? Is there ever anything like that or just straight up stand
Straight
up?
through.
Straight through?
You want to get it because it's a live audience, so you just want to give them.
stand-up,
Yeah, you want to give them a straight show.
Because I've seen people do that before.
Oh, they probably done. They probably done it.
Photography type shit.
Right.
Where people like, let me run that back. And then
Right.
they reset.
And they reset and do it.
Stand up?
Yes. I'm not finna do that with you. I'm not finna tell you nothing.
Name the names.
But I've seen it done before.
Oh,
where
word?
people reset the whole shit.
But
Wow.
were they doing one show or 2 shows?
It was the second show.
Okay.
So they was doing 2 shows
Yeah,
too.
because
Wow.
on 2 shows, like if you fuck up, it's just with me when we do 2 shows when we film the special, it's like all right, let me just try to get a nice solid set. This first one, get it in the can, and then the second one, you try to have a little fun, maybe get a little more to drink and all that. But yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I felt like I needed to stop,
Right.
I would.
You would? So okay, so that's fair then. That's a fair assumption to say, like, in the middle of your shit, if you know you're filming for the special, it's fair to say you would be open to stopping and resetting from the top to run it straight through.
Not from the top though.
Yeah, not
Maybe from the top of that joke. Maybe the top of that joke. If I did 29 minutes and it's like
Not from the top of the show, from the joke.
from the joke. Yeah. I probably would do that.
Yeah,
I probably would.
if I like messed up the wording on a joke, I'd be like, hold on, let me do that again. Then the crowd probably would laugh that you even asked them to do that. But
Right. I definitely messed up a word on my joke and I ain't changed. I said, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like you just let it fly.
Yeah, I just let it fly, let it go.
Yeah.
Because I usually say turn your music all the way up. I said turn the music all the way down. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But it flew, so oh well.
I
Let it
think
go.
with that, some of you got to rely on the director too. Like, okay, he or she will tell you, just keep going. We'll fix that in the editing.
Post, yeah.
But I also there's a couple comics that I know. One guy, the director told me his pants split.
What's his name?
His pants split.
Wait.
His
In the
pants.
middle of the set.
On stage.
think that was Cat.
Did they keep that?
Hell no, I ain't never
No,
seen
no,
that.
Nah,
Nah.
I don't think so.
Take
You
that
think it was Cat? It was Cat?
I didn't say no name.
But you didn't say it wasn't.
I didn't say no name.
No,
But you never said it
you didn't say it wasn't.
It wasn't.
ain't shade on nobody.
No,
Yeah,
no,
they
but
shade.
like they stopped it though, which is like if you're the director, you can stand there and be an asshole and go, "I'm gonna let him finish," or you can go, "Hey man, we gotta
Boom, this
stop
is what
it."
happened. Yeah.
Because of this, because once again, it is your special, and you are performing technically for the camera,
Yeah.
Right.
and whatever fuck up you got with them 100 people, and it's the millions of people that's gonna go,
Facts.
hey, why the fuck y'all let him
Right.
do, or he been saying his ABCs and this shit is backwards. What the fuck is this dude this thing on crack? What y'all doing?
You only got one pair of pants. That's fucked up.
Or if you see a cut where Spank is sweating like a motherfucker, the next thing you know, he's just dry.
It's like nobody caught that.
For sure. For sure.
I'm just saying.
For sure.
It might be a cut in there where, he's talking about his kid playing basketball.
No, what I tried to do was when I started sweating after like 12, 13 minutes, I was like, dang, I got another 17. It's going to be tough. So after I do my joke, then I just wipe off. Then come back and get back to the set or whatever. So it might have been a couple times where at the end of a joke it was sweaty as hell.
So you wipe your face.
No, they ain't show me wipe my face though.
Wipe
Nah,
your
they ain't show me wipe my face.
Wet and it's
Just
dry.
listen
Like,
to it
Yeah.
dry.
no transition.
One take to the next. Now, Naeem, you mentioned something earlier about just having to rewrite or redo some content, right? As far as like shooting and so my thing is this: in terms of like when you have to do stuff like this, is that stifle the funny? Like having to recreate content, recreate the jokes, and doing something again like for the show. Like nowadays with comedians, you just never know. You gotta be careful on all stands, right?
Not me, but go ahead.
Nah, you know, you listen. You have to evolve. Evolution is inevitable, and sometimes, you know, it sucks for us because, you know, we had that real freedom of speech. You know, being a comedian, you get on stage, you talk about anything and anybody. Yeah. And then, you know, people start getting canceled. Everybody's not like Dave Chappelle, where you don't have nobody to answer to, and, you know, you don't do any movies, you don't have any sponsors, you can just get up there and do whatever you want, like him. So, you know, it sucks, but then at the same time, it's also a learning process. You know, so you gotta say, all right. Like before, I had some jokes that I thought they were not offensive, but it was some jokes about the LGBT, about transsexuals, specifically. Gotcha. And they just told me, I had a joke about Caitlyn Jenner, and I was calling Caitlyn Jenner a him, a he, and they said you need to refer to Caitlyn as a she because that's what she refers to herself as. And that was a learning lesson for me. It was, you know, so I said, all right, from this point on, I'll respect that, and that's how it'll be. So, and
it's a personal thing. You actually learn something, and you're like, okay, I can apply that in life and kind of know what it is, and it doesn't really take anything out of the funny itself.
Right. So when I was doing that joke, I started calling her a she. Got it. But then, you know, in 2021, what am I going to say about Caitlyn Jenner unless I want to bring up that she's running for governor? Right. And at that time, I don't even know she had announced it by that time that we did the special. But, you know, that would have been low-hanging fruit. And so I just decided to just let it go altogether.
What do you think that, like, to touch on what you just said, because I remember talking to a couple of my comic homies, and they said that it just makes you pivot. It makes you find the funny elsewhere, like in another way to get it out of there. But I kind of feel like, doesn't it rob that? It doesn't rob you of the creativity. I don't want to say that, but it does kind of handcuff you in the sense that if I was going to go here with it, but then now I have to worry about these specific guidelines or whatever the director is telling you, et cetera, or the person that's editing the special, whatever. Like, do you feel handcuffed in the creativity in that way?
Nah, man. It's just you just got to be careful with your wording, you know. And if you are a true artist, you can pivot and you can change things because the biggest thing that they say is you cannot promote hate. Gotcha. So if I need to change a word here and there to make it so that they can laugh at it too, and it's not hate, then I'll do that.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah. So then also to stay there is when you're writing your shit now, because obviously when you said that some of the stuff was you wrote the joke and you were referring to Caitlyn as he, right? Do you now think about that in the process of creating the jokes as well, or do you go back and edit yourself?
I'm not even going down that.
No, I'm not talking about that road specific. I'm talking about any joke. Yeah. If you're writing any offensive content or that might be like touchy subjects, do you think about that in the process?
No, until somebody says
you gotta bump your head.
Until somebody says, okay, this thing you said right here is not okay. I don't care about material being somewhat offensive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Until you got a group of people behind this saying we don't like this and this is not fair. And then I still gotta think about it and then I'm gonna decide if I care or not.
Now
I fuck with that. I like that. I fuck with that.
Because I think even as you talk about like growing up, there were like I'm 53, but there was everybody technically in here. There's language in our neighborhoods that has just started to go. We can't say what yesterday.
I'm still teaching the homies.
The baby,
you can't say that.
Right.
Fact, I had to tell one of my brothers the other day, and he was like, "Well, this girl, but she ain't really a girl. I don't even know what to say." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like,
right.
The dykes. I was like, "Whoa, that ain't what they call themselves." He's like this. Well, I don't mean nothing. I just
bull daggers.
He didn't even
call him bull daggers.
But he didn't mean nothing.
His intention wasn't malicious.
But he's 60 something. He goes, "Oh man, I wasn't even trying." Now, like joke wise, you think about growing up. You go, man, when the dude caught me in the playground, he said that. You now got to go. I can't say that.
Right.
But that's the truth that happened. I might not have said X, Y, and Z.
He was raised on it.
Yeah,
he was basically raised on it.
But you do got to somewhat. I think it sucks that you got to think about it like that because your intent in the bit is not to offend anybody. Yeah, right. It's just, hey, he said that. And that's what it was. And now you will get a bunch of people going, well, why would you say that? And you go, well, I'm telling y'all what the old man said.
Right.
And they're going to go, nah. We don't want to hear that no more.
Right.
So
What about amongst each other? Do y'all check each other? Like if you notice like y'all are putting some shit together, putting together a bit, and you might hear, Joey say something like, hey, I don't know about that, bro. Do y'all have that?
We all know better.
No. I had to get Joey on one.
Oh, what happened?
I had to get Joey on one.
You don't
Remember?
have to say the word. Just
Remember
tell me
he was
what
on tour and he was doing the bit about music or something, and he kept doing something with his asshole. I said, "Hey, bro, you ain't got to turn
his
around
what?
and show your asshole, bro." I forgot what the joke was.
happened. So it was your pants that
You was-
he told the story about himself.
Like it wasn't offensive to no organization or nothing, but to my guy, like
I can't let you go out
Yeah,
like
I can't let
that.
you go out like that, and you changed it. I forgot what
He
it
was
was.
tooting his ass.
It was- You don't remember what joke it was?
I can't. Was it?
It's the ass tooting. It's the ass tooting.
ass tooting.
It's the ass
It
tooting.
wasn't about the phone. It wasn't about the phone. It was the beginning bit.
Tooting your ass.
It was the beginning bit.
I ain't never tooted it. I mean, I might have pooted, but I ain't never tooted it.
No, what about family though? Has family ever hit you and say, "Man, look, I saw what y'all did on stage or on the road or in the special, man. I ain't like that." Like
Or on the internet.
Or in the
You
internet.
mean when talking about them?
Yes.
I don't care.
You don't give a fuck.
Nah.
He kicked his mom out coming to the shows at one point.
Really?
I didn't kick her out.
Explain what happened.
You banned her.
No.
You banned her. I'm sorry. You banned her.
I banned
You
her.
banned
I
her.
just
I'm
made
sorry.
sure security saw her face at the door and make sure she couldn't come in.
I told her don't come no more.
Why?
Because one day Kev was trying to be funny. We had a show and she came backstage and then Kev was like, "Mom, why you gotta be so nasty?" And my mother was like, "I know." And I was like, what the fuck? Like she had never said nothing to me about my material before. So then after that, she started mentioning it sometimes, and I was like, "Well, just don't come."
Damn.
Simple.
Simple as that.
Did she understand at that point, or was she like, "Nah, baby, I'm gonna still pull up and support her"? She was like, "Nah, I don't want to."
She stopped coming.
Wow.
She stopped coming. I mean, I said it to where, I want you to know you're not welcome.
I ain't mad though.
Ma, I just gotta let you
Damn.
know. Don't
And
pull
I
up.
mean, I'm a grown man now. This is my way of living,
Facts.
and people enjoy the things that I say.
Yeah.
So because you don't like it, I'm supposed to stop.
Like, Mom,
I don't tell you how to do your job.
like
you
you
know,
like
so-
that Christmas gift, right, Mom? Like,
And that's another thing. And
That's facts.
I'm buying you gifts and stuff now with this
Right.
money that I'm making.
Yeah.
So, she had to just accept it. She, when you get grown, it's like I respect my parents, but I'm an adult.
yeah.
So we got to respect each other now.
Okay.
And
Big dog
after
status.
a while,
That talk.
after a while, she started popping up here and there again. But I ain't even really like it because I was still feeling uncomfortable. And then at the end of the show, she wasn't saying "good job, good show." She was just like, "All right, see you later." And I'm like, now I'm like, I'm in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm
She
like,
told me good job on the last time I performed. Definitely said spank. That was funny. I said thank you, appreciate it.
Well, now I want to know what you Head and Spank y'all be getting into it on Clubhouse. I want to hear these conversations.
Well,
What's been
I'm
going
gonna tell you
on?
what happened.
Go ahead, please. Let me know.
I will get on Clubhouse because we leave the radio station late. So what happens is I'll get on Clubhouse and I'll be driving to the house listening because I listen to Clubhouse like a podcast, right? Spank will be in there holding court, and it'll be him and about 15 to 23 women. Right?
Spank, is this true?
23. It's
this
around.
Round number.
Give or take.
Round that.
Give or take.
Yeah, it's about 15 to 23 women. Spank is in there holding court, and I walk in on the most
Random. He would every
ever.
time. Every
It'd
time.
be like, yo, yeah, so, I'll be on the road with this nigga. I ain't gonna say his name, but he be tooting his ass. And it just be like,
And out of nowhere, your head, Spank, what is going on?
Spank, what the fuck is going on in this room? But I will say this, though. Spank has got a lot of women off Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Shit.
What do you mean?
No. Go ahead.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
Tell us more. No,
What y'all talking about, huh?
go ahead. Tell us more.
Yeah, so my comedy, right? I've been doing it since 2001, and yes, I think I'm a very funny guy. I think I'm a very funny guy.
Back to the Clubhouse. Let's go on and tell the truth, shame the devil. Because people
Clean
want to know.
up on our
Clean up.
I'm the man to recount.
I will say this: I had a lot of Clubhouse people at our show in Atlanta. People flew out and everything, though.
Oh, no.
Like no BS, no BS. A lot of people show love.
So What do you like about being able to have your opinion broadcast to a mass amount of people via an app all at once? That's not on stage. What do you like about that process, Spank? Because I'm gonna tell you what I think you like after.
What I like.
First of all, let me tell you something.
What?
We don't know if Spank got stock in this because all of a sudden Spank became like we would be doing something like Spank Lane. We go like this. I bet we know where he at.
On that
Where
Clubhouse.
he coming from? Like that was like what about 4 or 5 months? He be, oh man, y'all. Sure.
Like nigga.
Yeah.
Shit, I
Yo, I
lost.
fell asleep on Clubhouse so many times, man.
It was always like, where's Spank? And then started like everybody like, I don't know, he might be, but then it started going Clubhouse.
You know what it is with
exactly
Clubhouse?
what
Like
it
how
is,
you
man.
said, you'll be at work and then you'll get off and you'll listen. It's like a transition from people that come in the room. It'd be 100 people in the room. Next thing you know, 80 of them left, but a new 80 came. So I was like, oh, I got to entertain this new 80 real quick and bring some of them pretty girls on up on the stage so everybody can see, hey, Spank got a lot of pretty girls on the stage.
What
So,
I did learn about you from listening to your Clubhouse, I have no comment on your sexual endeavors.
Oh, sorry.
But what I did learn about you is that he's stupid. He looking at me like, just say it. What I did learn about you though is you do like to entertain women.
yes,
Right?
yes,
But you also have women issues.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so I remember having conversations about your woman issues within the Clubhouse community.
Which one was this one?
This is the one where you stole her car and totaled it on the 405.
No, I didn't steal her car. She had one or two. She had one or too many drinks, and she got into a car accident. Yeah, that's what happened.
So you wasn't there.
I was there. We was leaving dinner. I said, "Do you want to ride with me, or do you want to catch an Uber?" She said, "I'm cool. I can drive." All right. 5 minutes later, whoa, what's going on? I got into an accident. Oh God, I'm almost home now. I mean,
That's crazy.
So in that situation, do you turn around and go help the young
no, I
lady?
turned around. I helped her. I turned around. I helped her. Yeah,
You
I
helped
did.
her right to the crib.
I actually helped her and took her to another spot to finish doing what we doing. She wasn't driving no more.
To occupy her time.
I got a question. This just made me think of something. If somebody giving you a ride to the airport,
They love you.
that's a fact. Depending on where you coming from.
Fact.
If somebody giving you a ride to the airport and they have an accident or they get pulled over,
I know what you about to say.
but you got to be at the airport at a certain time. They had an accident. Are you gonna stay there with them, or you just be like, I'm about to get in this Uber?
You gotta let me know what happened, man. I gotta catch this flight.
Keep me posted.
Now here's the question though. Here's a question to your question. Is it at the under end of the flight at the destination? Is there a bag waiting on me?
Well, most time, we fly, we going to work.
I'm going to work, so
then,
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I gotta get that bag.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I gotta get that bag. That's why I said I'm out.
Family.
I'm out. This actually happened with comedian Teray. He was riding with somebody and they got into a car accident. He got out and just left. He ain't say nothing to him. And they said, "Man, I gotta get to the show."
That happened to me. I was with comedian Speedy. We drove to the airport, and I was rolling my window up, and something happened. That motherfucker broke. I was like, oh shit, my window cracked. That nigga's like this. Oh shit, what you gonna do? I was like, well, I gotta call somebody. And nigga's like, all right, I see you in Dallas. I was like, yo, wait. He's like, nigga, I'm gone.
Yeah, I got to
It
go.
was tight. And he took off. I was like, nigga, my window down. He's like, nigga, that car ain't worth nothing but about $1,200.
Yeah. Now I remember I asked Spank this question before. This is for y'all to answer at this point. But I remember him telling a story about, I think it was in Miami. And hey, the homie be like, here come a good bus.
Get under this.
Look at what we do all day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
all day.
Like, no, but I remember him telling a story about going to Miami, and it was a girl in Clubhouse that was telling him, like, yeah, I just wanted to hang out with Kevin Hart, so I just sat with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Yep, I remember
and
that.
Spank was like, no, fuck, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So he leaned into the fact that he was like, people know me from that. How do y'all feel about that? Like, where people recognize y'all because of Kev or anything like that? Is that like a gift or curse, or how do y'all feel about that?
Spank is by far the most popular out of all of us. You know, like I be with Spank all the time. We working, and people come up to him and be like, yo, man, keep doing what you're doing. You funny as hell. I seen the special. All that. And I'll be right next to him.
I be wanting to say, yo, LYNN'im right here, but
Right
it was,
next to him.
I'm the clone. The fuck you mean?
Cases on all you bitches.
Nah. Yo, I mean, I'm so antisocial that it really don't bother me. I'm like, sometimes I kind of step away, and then if somebody be like, yo, can you jump in the picture too? Then I will. But as far as being known,
He lying, Joey?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Just make sure. I was reading
You allowed this, and you didn't say it because the actual definition of saying something requires audible.
let me tell you.
No, now I be walking away. I ain't gonna lie. Now I walk away.
Really?
Yeah. And if it's, I mean, as far as being known because of Kev, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's responsible for, you know, the majority of our success, and we've gone on to do bigger and great things because of him. So we don't mind that. I mean, I can't speak for Joey, but I don't care.
No, I don't care. First of all, don't nobody recognize me. Don't nobody. Matter of fact, like after the shows, cats go up and take pictures, whatever. And so I came up a couple times with them because after Kev go off, I closed the show.
Right. Joey does an hour on stage.
That's not true. LYNN'IM lies. He lies. Anyway,
At least 45. At least 45. At least.
both of them liars. But I used to go up there with them, and people be up there, let's take pictures. So I went up there one time, and everybody's like, "Oh, they was on him. Oh, y'all!" And they was walking by me. I was like this. They'll lie. I'm not gonna stand here and be like, "Oh yeah, you too. Hey, you." Oh no. Anyway, so hey man, y'all mind if I take a picture? Or they would hit me with this. Hey man, you mind taking a picture?
That's the worst right there. That's the worst right there.
Mr. Cameraman. Spank.
It's the worst when you ask them. They ask you, "Can you take a picture?" You think they want you in it. But they want you to just take a picture.
Yeah.
Take this.
No.
I'm handing you the phone. You like this?
Little baby here.
Right.
Take this.
We want portrait mode. Portrait mode.
Crazy shit is there's another guy that Roosevelt's name is Harry.
Yeah.
And people come up to him more than they come to me because they think that he is me.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll tell him, "Great show."
Really?
He said he had to just say he kept telling people, "Yo, that's not me," and they be like, "Yo, if you don't want to take a picture, just say that." So he had to start just taking pictures. Like, fuck, come on, let's take a picture.
So you guys are known as the Plastic Cup Boyz. Obviously, this is a crew, a clique thing from obviously that predates us knowing who y'all are, right? Who is the person that can't handle their liquor, like out of the Plastic Cup Boyz? Like who's
All of us?
of all of you?
Shit.
I handle mine very well.
I want to say Spank, but Spank don't get drunk. He don't. So that
Absorb that
definitely ain't
shit.
him.
What about out of y'all three?
Out of us three,
Yeah.
if it had to be anybody,
It might
it'd
be
probably
Joey.
you.
Because your birthday.
That's just then.
Nah, man.
What happened on the
You know-
birthday?
Man.
He want to pass for that.
Oh, he was falling all over
Joey
tables.
I don't think he usually drinks that much.
Yeah.
But I would say the tolerance level is probably the worst for him.
On your 50th, you're supposed to get there.
You gotta go in.
And I just happened not to remember getting it.
Do you remember anything from that night?
Yes, I remember getting there. I remember going, "All right, y'all." Told my son, we go get us a shot. Went to the bar. Somebody said, "Let me get you a drink." I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's all paid for." And he's like, "No, I'm going to buy you a drink." I was like, "Nigga, I paid for everything."
That's my shit.
Boom, boom, one shot. All right.
And you woke up 2 days later.
And when I walked over here, Spank said, "Shot with us." And after that, He said, somebody woke me up. I was like, "When we get home?"
Did you have an IV in your arm?
Bro.
That's how you know
He
it's
should've,
real.
yeah.
If you wake up with an IV in your arm, that's how you know it's
I
fucked up.
didn't, but I walked into the living room, right? And I was like, "Oh shit, the dog pissed and shitted everywhere." Because it's like the pee pads everywhere. And my wife was like, "No, you threw up all over the house." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "You threw up everywhere." And my son came, he's like, "Yeah, Dad, I don't know what you and Prince got going on, but you sang Prince the whole time in the house." He said, "I was on my knees singing, Nikki started the grind." And my wife was going like, "Get him.
Let's go.
Get him."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "When did all that happen?"
He said,
Well, none of that.
What do you have going
Sheesh.
on with Prince?
Because he said, "Dad, you just kept singing Prince." And he's like, "You just."
Well, your wife's name is Nicole. Maybe
I
that was.
don't remember.
knows?
Like, literally.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I'll try to help him out.
I
That's right.
don't remember. I was like, "Why was I singing?" She's like, "I don't know. You just started singing." And I was like, "When did we get home?"
Yeah.
I was like, "They like, do you remember going back into the club and hugging all those white people?" I was like, "Wasn't no white people there?" It's like, "Nigga, it was a whole new crowd, and you went in there and said, 'Party ain't over.'" And they was like
This ain't it.
You went in the bathroom and said, "Nigga, you started peeing everywhere but the stools." I was like,
Man.
I said, "Bro, to this day, people come up to me and go, 'Hey man, that was a great party.'" I was like, "What?"
That was a great party, though.
And I
That
go,
was a
"What
great
party?" He's like, "At your 50th." I go, "Dude, I don't remember
You
you
remember
being
none
there."
of that
Yeah.
shit.
So I gotta go. It was a good one,
So you threw up on the pee-pee pads.
nigga. I don't know.
The answer's Joey.
I-
Joey's
Joey.
the one.
I'm confirming right now that it's definitely Joey because there's a certain song that comes on. If Joey's been drinking, he will dump a cup of water on his fucking head.
What song is that?
What song is that?
Joey, do you
No, tell me. Hold on. Fuck that. Tell me what song it is.
New Edition.
Oh, which one?
I'm cooler now. It's gotta be cooler now. It's gotta be
Cool it now.
That's it.
That's it.
Can you stand the rain? That's the one.
Oh, it has to be that one.
What's the I forgot the song.
Is it If It Isn't Love?
If it is,
and
you know I do the video. And
Yeah.
Look,
Bro,
listen, we was in Bahamas a couple months ago,
Light flex.
and
Right.
well, if you really want me to flex, I say we were on a private island.
There you go. There you go.
We're gonna flex. Go flex.
Yeah, you gonna do it.
Harry said, "I bet any amount of money if the DJ play If It Isn't Love, Joey gonna dump a cup of water on his head." I was like,
So sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Were you hypnotized at some point to where like you hear ding or some
Right.
shit and you just fucking trip?
In my act way back in the day, I would close the show on that song.
Oh,
I would do
so
this
that's
thing,
special.
and I would do the video, and and they'd be like, "Oh, I done a video," and then you know that part where he dump his head in the bucket.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my head in the bucket.
Right, so you just did a little water on.
Bro, but that's
Wow.
not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
Not at all.
So you messed up plenty of stages.
"Has
So
it
what you
ever not
saying
worked?"
is-
And you just sitting there with a wet head.
No. That one's always work.
That's what I want to get into too. What is it like for y'all? And individually, we start with you, Naeem. What's it like bombing?
Bombing on the stage, man.
Is that is it an experience that you value now?
Well, it depends. If it's an important show,
Or you one of the niggas that saying you ain't never bombed?
Oh no, I bomb.
Okay.
I still bomb.
Okay.
It's one of those. It's one of those things that, when it happens, you start to just replay all your jokes in your head. Like, that shit was corny. That shit's corny. I don't even know why I tell this joke. All this shit is corny.
Is that in real time while you're on stage?
No. Afterwards.
Oh, after.
After.
Motherfucker in the middle of it.
I don't really take it personally these days. I've been in the game so long, unless it's an important show.
Gotcha.
Like when you're filming, you want to have a good show. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've had some bad experiences filming, and it's real fucked up. But it still happens. And the thing is, it's nothing worse than, all right, let's say you come in and you trying to do some new material, whatever, and you trying to get the crowd going, and you're not doing well, and you start going to your for sure jokes, you know, that kill,
the hitters.
and this shit still ain't working.
That's like equivalent to a haymaker. Just like
Swinging them at niggas.
Right. But I don't have no problem getting off stage. Like
I was gonna ask that. Like,
unless
do you
I
just
have
cut
to-
it off?
Wait. Do you like? What do you mean get off stage? Like you get light skinned and you just be like, well, fuck y'all then. I'm out.
No. There's some comedians that feel like they got to keep trying and trying until they get a good joke to get off on.
Yeah.
And if I'm not paid to do a certain amount of time, if I'm just doing a spot somewhere, I just be like, all right, I'll just get off stage. Like, I'm not about to.
Yeah, because LA different. You doing basically showcase, so you only on stage like 10, 15 minutes. So if you bombing, that's fine. Yeah. But if you working somewhere and you got to do like 45, it's like minute 20. Oh God, whoo, can't just get out of there.
So what's it like for you?
With me, I get away with my personality. Like if I got a joke that bomb, I'll do something afterwards that'll get them to laugh. I don't know. It'll be something if I mess with the crowd. It's something I learned how to get out of it. I think that's my handicap though, because it doesn't give me a chance to work on a joke to make it even funnier though. So that is my handicap though.
What about you, Joey?
Yeah, I think being in the game so long, it don't bother me. Like I think the last bomb I had was maybe about 2 years ago. I was working out some new material, but the dude in front of me, Mark Curry, was destroying.
Mark Curry's a beast,
and
man.
he was destroying. And and in my mind, like, cause like I said, when we get ready to go back on the road, it's like, man, you need the new material. So I'm like, I can't do what I know work. Tonight means I gotta work on this 10, and I ain't never did it before. So we gotta see what happened. And Mark was destroying that bitch. Like,
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So when you working on some new shit and it ain't working, do you say, I'm just trying to work on some new shit?
Where the ladies at?
If it ain't working like that.
If you from LA, make some noise.
Yeah. Nigga, you in LA, nigga.
Give it up for Obama.
Yeah.
Man, we miss him.
Man, don't you give it up for I like that shit. Yeah, those are the crutches.
Nah, like if I'm bombing and on the new, I go, all right, well, shit. Nothing worked tonight. Thank y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here.
I forgot what comedian.
Then I'll go back. Damn, none of that worked, right? So,
What comedian used to bomb and say the wrong name at the end of the set? Yo, that was a lot. I can't remember who that was.
It's been a few people.
Wait, he would bomb and then say his name is something.
No, yeah.
They'll go like,
Oh,
man,
that's
look,
crazy.
if y'all like me, I'm Joey. But if y'all didn't, LYNN'im Lynn.
Letting y'all know who I
Fuck
am.
off. And people go, LYNN'im bomb.
Wow.
But, if you've been in the game for a while, and anybody say they never bomb, that's hard for me to believe. Because I've watched the best of the best, and they just working on material, and like, all right, they working on that in 6 months. Watch where that be, and you'll see their special and go, that's the same shit I saw 7 months ago that wasn't working at all, but they worked through it.
And some people are in denial about bombing.
Yeah.
When you reach a certain level in your career, getting a few laughs and chuckles, or if it's not what you normally do, that's bombing. That's
a good point. That's a good point.
If I'm like I know that I can destroy, and if I'm like, if I'm on stage and I'm struggling a little bit, whatever, I'm like, yo, I ain't do good. I bombed. I seen Eddie Griffin perform years ago and say he has never bombed before in the middle of bombing.
Nigga, that's a bomb.
He's like, I ain't never. I may have started off slow, but I got it going towards the end. And that night, he never really got it going.
Right.
And I was just like,
you bombing when you feel that sweat sliding down your face. You're like, oh yeah,
not your face, down your ass.
Start right here. I'll be like,
Oh shit,
That's it right there. That's the one.
No, it's good that you guys spoke on that because there are aspiring comedians that see that and see what you guys are doing, and they at that point they want to see like, okay, when bombing happens, you got to know like that's a part of the process. Like I said, nobody's above that at all. You know what I mean?
some nights it's just not your night.
Yeah.
Like, it could be that night you go, everybody doing great,
right?
And whatever can happen, and it go, damn. I can't blame nobody.
Yeah, nothing worse than walking in a packed room like, well, I'm about to kill this. And you go on stage, what happened? What's going on? That's the worst.
I heard Mike Epps got so funny because he used to bomb like every other show. Like they said Mike would be like in his like probably pre Friday
and all that. Yeah.
They said he had a good show. He'd be like, all right, I guess my next one gonna be bad because I bombed. I mean, because I had a good one today. They say he used to but he was fearless. So when you get that type of energy and you're not afraid to do bad, that's when you get good.
Yeah.
Like one of you familiar with Gerard Carmichael, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Gerard,
Genius.
not only is he a genius, he's fearless.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I really appreciate about him because he was a newer comic. And he would get on stage, this is it could be a hot night in Hollywood and everybody's up there doing their best shit because, it's maybe some famous people in the crowd, some chicks in the crowd. And that motherfucker would go last and pull out a piece of paper and just try jokes. Ooh. Like he just didn't care. And I was like, yo, that's a different level of confidence. And that's why he became so strong. He just didn't care.
I like that though. I like the fearlessness in it. Especially with comics, especially when comics is willing to like play the line and risk, do risky shit that I don't see nobody else doing because I think that's kind of like what make you stand out a little bit.
We hate too is I hate like when younger comics say stuff. Oh man, ain't nobody really in here tonight, so I ain't even gonna trip. And it's like
using that as
you
an
gotta
excuse.
have the attitude of like, dude, if it's only 5 people in here, those 5 actually paid money.
Facts.
So don't blame them. Nigga, blame yourself. Cause nigga, your face on the flyer just like everybody else.
Right. 10 to 10,000. Get the same show.
Dude, and I learned that from a dude way back in the day.
I actually enjoy doing smaller crowds than bigger crowds because you can really tell if your joke is funny or not.
If it's landing.
Yeah.
What I wanted to know too, I mean, we're gonna wrap up, but favorite comedians from all of you, like favorite comics, from whatever, like the newer guys coming up. You guys pay attention to like the newer guys, or you like just got your solid favorites?
I don't even know the newer guys, man.
Right. We don't. The newer guys usually, I'm sure it's a bunch of funny new guys in New York, but we don't really work the scene like that in New York, the clubs, local clubs, and then out here, we just not out there.
Got you.
We're not out there. We go to the hotter nights.
Let me ask you this: Do you guys? Because I noticed, I remember talking to, I'm not gonna say the comic's name, but they kind of shunned the digital comics where they do the skits and the Instagram videos and
they shunned them because they selling out.
They would shit on them, right? Yeah. They would shit on because like that's not comedy,
right?
Like that's not stand up. That's not having to do 15 minutes in a room, and they would discount what they doing on digital. How do y'all feel about the digital comics?
It's the evolution of stand up.
Yeah.
And if people found a hustle or a way to get money, because that shit is actual talent.
It is.
To be able to do these videos, and you know, some of them are funny, some of them are not. But you know, that's just my opinion. But there's a fan base for that.
You don't think funny, no?
No, I'm not saying a person. I'm saying some of the videos. Some of the videos are funny, some of them are not. But you know, and then there's some of the internet or IG comics that are real comics too. Yeah. So those are the ones that are really winning because you can actually deliver when you get on stage, and you got the following to fill a room. Right. But even the people that may not quote unquote deliver to us, the people that come to see them are coming to see what you do on Instagram, and they just excited about seeing you. And these are young people that may have never even been to no comedy show before. Right.
I remember. I know Jess Hilarious told her story, and she started on doing comedy on Instagram and then pivoted to the stage and whatnot. So I think that there's a lane for that, just like just like the traditional way of working the clubs.
Right. Dude, it's a huge lane because just like Spank said, what is happening now is those young people who have never been to a comedy club. I
didn't say that. I didn't say that, Joe. No, you said Spank. Yeah, I didn't say that.
I'm like this.
Well, black people all look alike.
Whore. Anyway, all right, but yeah, like he said, it's like they're coming to see that, and so they don't know what this traditional comedy world is, and it's okay. I had a cat went up one night. Jess Hilarious was in L.A. and there used to be a comedy club called the Comedy Union. It's there. It's not there anymore.
Oh,
they bought the whole block up.
Oh,
wow. Somebody bought that entire block up.
Oh, you got some change then.
I'll tell you about the
Comedy Union.
Pico. Yeah, gentrified. All that's gone.
Yeah.
But Jess, this club is hard to sell out. Jess sold out 3 shows. So I had never seen him before, and I came, and there was a comic there, and he was up, and dude had been in the game longer than me, and they was giving him the light in the back.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, what the? And they just lighting him. And he came off, and he's like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm up in there, I'm killing, and this chick. And I was standing there, and I was like, they came to see her. Right. Yeah. And that's all I said. He was like, yeah, but motherfucker, I've been on. I said, you've been on all that. But they came to see her.
Get the fuck off.
And that was it. You got to, you got to just kind of go, man, I get it. That's what they're doing. And accept them because they are going to these clubs, and they're telling the clubs, like, yo, I'll sell out on a night that you don't even have comedy.
Tuesday.
Give me Tuesday and Wednesday night. And the club go, well, fuck it.
Right.
And then when they sell out, the club go, shit. We sold out on a night we wasn't even supposed to be open.
Right.
Where the rest of these motherfuckers at? Y'all give me a list of all these comics, and they coming. And so you can't really be mad at that.
It's the evolution of entertainment, man. It's just like, the comedians that are before us. Well, not before Joey, because
Joey, he was out there with Bernie Mac. He started with them.
They were mad at our generation of comedy because we got opportunities that they didn't.
Right.
We were able to get on stage faster than they did in certain rooms and stuff like that. I mean, same thing with music where, our parents say that ain't no real music. And then now we listen to this shit and we say this ain't real music. It's just the evolution, and either you get on the boat or you sit there and let shit pass you.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Also, shout out to y'all. Props. First of all, for all bullshit aside, props for it's hard to get a special off, especially being black. You know what I'm saying? Especially being EP, black, and like the whole shit, right? So congrats for that.
Appreciate you.
And you said you got another one in the can. Are you guys planning to do another special to release for streaming, or you guys want to do like some other shit like with your specials, or are you going to do individuals?
I'm willing to do another Plastic Cup Boyz because I've been wanting to. This should be like our 4th one, but somebody was trying to go solo early on. I'm saying, yeah, but I ain't gonna say his name though. But he's sitting in the room.
It's me.
Damn, it's me. And so you ain't fucking with them.
No. I love touring with Spank. We do well.
You didn't mention Joe, but all right, go ahead.
Well, Joey doesn't tour with us.
Okay, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. So when it comes to selling tickets, we're more popular as the Plastic Cup Boyz than we are as individuals. But I mean, honestly, Spank is super popular, and he got a way bigger following on social media than me. So he might do well by himself. There's certain markets where I know I can do well by myself as well, but it's not so much about touring by myself. But as far as shooting a special, I want to do an hour. I've never done an hour before. It's just on my bucket list, so I have to do that next.
Gotcha.
Damn, that was gonna lead into one of my next questions.
He just said he gonna leave Spank out there. I'm Spank. I'm here with Spank.
Rolling with him.
Guess it's gonna be
No, that's definitely my next one too, though. I definitely want to do an hour too, because like I'm staying in touch with Kev, trying to find out like how is it doing on the platform. Is Netflix is they fucking with us individually? Like I'm trying to get all information. He said, "Hey man, everything is cool. It's cool." That's all I can say right now is that it's cool. I said, "All right."
Hold on, real quick. you Kev, does he tell y'all when some shit is not some shit ain't working and is whack, or like, cause I remember watching I forgot what I watched, but it was one of his things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling like how you guys keep each other, hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't let nothing fly. It's like we gonna get in this motherfucking airplane, we gonna hash this shit out, we
Right.
gonna talk like men, we gonna argue, fight, whatever, but
Right.
we homies,
Yeah.
right? Do y'all have those conversations about your material? Like from him? From the top down?
Sometimes.
Like, does he ever step in as the homie that like know some shit that
Yeah.
y'all might not know and be like,
Yeah.
hey,
He stepped in on me when I had I did a half-hour special at Comedy Central, and I had a joke about if my son was gay.
gotcha.
And he was like, "Yo, you gotta work on that. You gotta make it a little more witty. You're going too." It was a little harsh at
Direct.
first. It was a little direct, but then I definitely worked on it, made it a little funnier, and it got better. So he was like, "It's all right, but I wouldn't do it." But I still did it though, and I think I got
individually start with you, Spank. Least favorite Kevin Hart special.
least favorite
Yeah.
Kevin Hart special. It'll probably be the last one
So which one? The one at the house?
at the house. It'll probably be
Okay.
the last one. It'll probably be the last
Any
one.
reason why? Or
I felt like it wasn't. I told him this to his face too. I think we said it on the radio to him. I was like, yeah, it wasn't to me. I didn't feel the Kevin Hart with. Whenever you leave a Kevin Hart show, you leave with things to say. Say it with my chest.
yeah.
Quotable.
All right.
You leave with right. You leave with quotes. I felt like this one. It had the WAP, the piece of thing, but to me it didn't hit hard. I don't think he had enough quotables. He said, "Yo, man, I'm evolving. I don't have to always have." I said, "Bro,
You can't take no
yeah,
criticism.
you can't." I said, "Bro, relax, bro. Yeah, relax, bro." But that's how I felt. That's why I feel like it wasn't him. He wasn't animated a lot. It was just different. But we was in the pandemic.
It was rich nigga rap.
Yeah. He was, and I had some rich niggas call me like, "Yo, this nigga really let us know he rich, huh?" I said, "Yeah, he really is. He really is."
Joey.
I like all of them.
He's one of the he's one of the writers. Yeah, he's one of the writers. Yeah.
Okay.
They are all amazing.
All right, you invested in
I'm a consultant, and all of them are beautiful.
You hedged your bets.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Take this mic, now.
what baby do you not like? I mean,
What about you, Doc?
He's a little biased.
I'm going to agree with Spank on which one that I like the least, and I think the title of it
Yeah.
was one of the biggest problems with it, because it was called Zero Fucks Given, and you kind of set people up to believe that you were going to bring this raw, edgier Kevin
I thought
Hart.
so too, yeah.
Yeah, and I think if he didn't call it that, then people would have enjoyed it more. But they were just waiting for him to, be Chappelle-ish, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And between that and just because it was rushed, but Kev is like, he creates material so fast, and he's a great storyteller. And then he go perform, and then the people they enjoy the experience, and they happy to see him, and they get those GP laughs sometimes. And he just didn't get the tour and really hash it out, because I think if he did, then he would have continued to create and maybe take some stuff out.
Yeah.
But it was
This was definitely his first special he didn't tour.
that was
He did like 2 months on the rooftop at the one hotel, Harriet's.
2 months. So it was definitely like
Not a lot of prep.
Yeah.
three shows a week, and like you said, usually it's about a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
So even like when we shot ours, by the time we ready to do it, we done did this material for a year plus.
You can do it
Right.
with eyes closed.
Boom.
Right.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
The year can't end without Plastic Cup Boyz doing what individually? LYNN'im.
say it one
The
more
year
time.
the year can't end without LYNN'im, Lynn doing what?
As far as a comedian.
It can be anything. It can be life goals.
It's the
it can be
manifestation.
comedy-
I want another baby. No.
You got 36.
No, only got two.
I mean, I got a lot of things in the works. One thing, I'm about to open up a Mayweather boxing and fitness gym. So
Oh, that's what's up.
my goal before the end of the year is to for that to just open and be successful right off the bat. And we're challenged with COVID right now.
Fact.
So I'm just hoping that, and I believe that it still will be successful. But that's my number one goal this year for outside of entertainment. And as an entertainer, is to just book a dope ass role, something different, something that on a show that I really enjoy watching. Like, I love The Shy.
So you ain't fucking with no Tom and Jerry shit, or
Man, that's holy. We ain't got enough time to get into that story, but there's nothing wrong with that. But I just want
fucking with you.
to, I want to have a pivotal role to where it's like, yo, this motherfucker has arrived and he's doing something dope. And you know, that's a short-term goal. I want that right now.
I feel.
Joey.
Two threw up like Naeem. The one outside of entertainment is I'm trying to buy a quadruple plex. I want to say that. Another piece of property.
Okay.
And put a lot of veterans in there. And the other one is I'm going to sell another show.
Okay.
And I'm producing
Another. I heard another show. I heard
Spank you up to plan like an alley cat or anything like that?
I hope they come out with a part 2. I could use that check. I would love that. I would love that.
All right, what's yours?
Mine's is landing a role, man. I don't care if it's great.
A role.
Yeah, that was a cool role. I'm talking. I've been auditioning for these big time shows.
But don't downplay.
What?
Don't downplay.
I'm not downplaying Tom and Jerry. That's my shit. You see, I had that as my Avi. You said I had that as my Avi on Clubhouse. Come on now. Shouts out to Tom and Jerry and Tim Story for making that phone call. Appreciate that.
You about to get some. Whenever you get real close,
right?
When like you get that, you almost got a part that was a great part. That means that something is about to happen.
It's brewing. Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Right.
So you about to get something.
Yeah,
big,
I've been
man.
getting close to some big things, man. So hopefully, you know, these next couple auditions, I'm gonna land it. That's what I want for the end of the year. That's all I need. Anything outside of the house, I'm single. Like you said, I'm almost like a whore. I'm not a whore, but I'm just single. So I'm just out here living my life.
When's the last time you hooked up with somebody you can't remember their name?
That would have to be like a Miami trip or something like that.
When was the last time you hooked up with somebody you don't remember their name?
You don't gotta answer that.
Yeah, I know. I ain't got to answer that. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like, hold on.
We have a show. We do this.
He the one brought it up.
I say,
He wasn't thinking that.
We're
hold
media
on now.
trained. You know that, right?
Push the nigga in front of it. What you want from me? You know what I'm saying?
Plastic Cup Boyz.
Phoenix, man. I don't remember your name. No, I'm joking.
Plastic Cup Boyz in the building, man. Laughing my mask off on Netflix right now. Going to stream that. I'm going to watch it this time and not fall asleep. I promise that.
Yeah.
Just watch one episode at a time, man.
Say it again.
Who's
Oh, you already admitted it. It was Joe. He admitted
It
it.
could have been Spank.
It was Joe. It was
Watch
Joe.
one episode a night, bro.
There we go.
Don't try to force
I'm not
it.
going to overdo it, man. Appreciate you guys coming on through, man. Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Ed. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Later.